years is that we really haven't, or we're really working on solving the product question. And we're at a conference today where a lot of people have a lot of good answers on products. But I think one of the big challenges remains, how do we solve distribution? How do we really get the distribution to farmers right? If we're thinking of just offering insurance, people don't just wake up in the morning and buy insurance. Somebody said, people wake up in the morning thinking and worrying about risk. They don't wake up in the morning thinking, I want to buy insurance to solve that risk. So, why don't we think about where the value is? If you're looking at agriculture insurance, I think a lot of the value comes from farmers being able to access improved seeds and fertilizers. That's where they get higher yields. And, they're often looking for credit. A lot of us are trying the aggregator models, and I definitely think those are the quick wins. I think in the end, we really have to look at, innovative distribution. Like, where is the value for the farmer? The value for the farmer may not be in insurance, but the value for the farmer may be in improved seed, maybe in fertilizer, maybe in getting access to funding, credit. I also think that we really have to take advantage of this revolution of mobile technology that's going on, particularly on the African continent, and the data that's generating. And that allows for a lot of new opportunities when it comes to understanding people's economic and financial cash flows. And those are the building blocks on which you actually build agricultural financial products. And if you can develop a loan, then insurance all of a sudden makes so much sense. My thoughts on this have really evolved over time. So I started working a lot on weather index insurance, and I think it was such a huge step because it was kind of a 0-1. Before that, we couldn't insure farmers at all, and now we could do something. We could insure them against what is arguably one of the biggest risks, drought. And then you start insuring farmers against drought, and they have a storm, or they have excess rain, or they have a disease, and they tell you, literally, I remember one of my customers saying, Rose, it's great, this drought insurance, but I'm so worried about this disease, I'm not buying the insurance next year if it doesn't insure also this disease. So it really comes from a necessity and from customers saying who experience a multitude of risks. And as soon as they become a bit more professional, they start planting seeds that are more drought tolerant. And so or they don't want to plant in an area which is too drought prone. So they become more, adaptive in that way. And so you have to find insurance products that fit those other needs that they're looking for. So for me, it really comes from, customer demand, that you're looking at something. And I would say, just like we had weather index insurance, in the beginning we were worried there are no weather stations, there's no historical data, and we went out and found it. And I would say, similarly what we're seeing with area yield is that, people say there's no area yield data, it's difficult to collect, but that's also an opportunity. And people, organizations like my own, we want to solve those kind of issues.